I'm between you and dinner time, so I'll probably make it fast. Okay? Yeah, because I got a flight to catch later, so I better do it now when I have the time. Yes. Okay. Say hi, everybody. Yes. Greetings from Europe. The slides are already in the link. You can download it and I can start. Okay? Anybody there? Say hi. Okay. So I know. Okay, only one person give a like. So whether everybody is ready. Oh yes, everybody came in. Yes. David Zihao, good to see you. Kelvin, good to see you. Okay. Vincent, good to see you too. Jason, good to see you. Sean, good to see you. Wow, Sean, you almost never miss my session. I'm very, very touched. Nicholas, okay. Oh, Xiu Qing, good to see you. Xiu Qing, I haven't figured out how to give the Facebook notification. I got to remember that, okay? Yeah, you PM the Premium More site. I'll try to send you the notification for Premium More, yeah. Facebook notification, I used to know how to turn I used to know how to turn on the notification. I think they changed the algorithm or something that I cannot figure out how to do it. Yeah. But for YouTube, very simple, okay? Just click the bell and click the like and click follow. Click the bell and click follow. I suspect there might be some algorithm there, you know, some setting there you turn on, okay? Sid, good to see you. Okay, Sid, good to see you too. Yep. Lionel and Master Leong, Andrew and Michael, Adrian, all good to see you. Hen Keng, good to see you too. Okay. Wow, this is the first time actually the number of likes is more than number of likes is more than half the people who come in. I really appreciate everybody who give a like. Okay. Now this is a kind of important meeting. You know, recently I got a little bit fascinated with property market. Oh goodness. Okay, what is this? Excuse me. I think I shaved and cut myself. I didn't realize that. Yeah. I got a little bit fascinated by Malaysian property market, and if those people follow me on Telegram, I've been talking quite a bit about it. A lot of people has chatted about it, and a lot of people give a lot of feedback. I am still very excited about the idea. One key noticeable difference is in Malaysia side, when you invest in a property, don't expect it to appreciate. Or don't expect to make money out of it. It is likely that the property price will appreciate, but the ringgit will all depreciate. So sama kind of cancel off each other. Yeah, you make a little bit of money or something like that. So when you buy a Malaysian property, mainly is to kind of write off. So in that sense, you know, although if you can afford to buy a big property, maybe it's wisdom to actually buy something more humble size, so that the write-off won't be so painful. Yeah. So I decided maybe I should look at something bite-sizable that I write off without any problem. Yeah. In fact, my daughter has been noticing that I've been fascinated at watching a lot of Malaysian property YouTube video. So I really link up with Dragon Tan. He's got some friends in Malaysia who are real estate agent. We're going to go down for a property tour, and then I will send you. I'll maybe do a live there. I'll do a video there and show you guys. How about that? No, it's just for fun of general knowledge, right? Okay. But one thing for sure, I don't think anybody is going to dispute with me that in Malaysia is much more affordable for retirement. Much more affordable. Oh, I forgot, it's still Happy New Year. Yes, Happy CNY everybody. 恭喜恭喜. Thank you for doing all the likes. Okay, so I heard Malaysian YouTuber. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'll try to look up for that. Yeah, can you email me the link? Yeah, luchengchuan@gmail.com. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So okay, but today we're going to talk about property. We're not going to talk about Malaysian property. That's my latest. That's my latest interest and hobby. But I'm going to talk about Singapore property. Okay. And something interesting. Okay, so the title of my talk today is, will the government slam another new property cooling measure? Okay, I thought it's quite interesting to see this article. Okay, so Deputy Prime Minister Heng Swee Keat actually came out and gave a talk. And in the talk, it says that house owners face double whammy of higher house prices and rising mortgage. Now that's okay if it's just, yeah, that's okay if you're just making just a general statement. But look at what he actually said. Okay, warning of a need to guard against a sustained increase in prices that's not backed by income and other fundamentals. Deputy Prime Minister Heng noted that Singapore property prices have remained buoyant despite global uncertainties and a greater supply. This is as demand for owner-occupied private and resale houses remains strong, with borrower facing larger monthly mortgage payments on house loan. There's a need to pay attention to the significant increase in mortgage interest rates. I've seen many times. This is me speculating. Speculating. I could be very wrong in this. Okay, but every time I notice that when the government come out and make statements, before a government make any policy, Singapore government make any policy, they like to come out and hint. Okay, make some minor statement just to cushion effect, right? That's more or less the style of our Singapore government. Like they want to increase the GST. They leak the news years ahead, right? Charlie, good afternoon to you. They leak the news years ahead, so that everybody is ready for it, right? So a lot of all these government policies are actually seeded, okay, years ago. Yeah, so Sid also agree. They gave warning hints first, so we gotta take some of these hints ahead of time. They kind of hint kind of thing, right? So I've seen that again and again. If you agree me, give a like. Okay, that's what I noticed. So I remember this started all the way back in 1997. 1997. Where they actually announced a cooling measure as well. That I know that firmly in my mind, because 1997 I bought my HDB, and straight after that, they launched a cooling measure. Yeah, so very interesting to see that the government right now is very concerned about the economic landscape and doesn't want pricing of houses to increase beyond economic fundamentals. Okay, and that's something that all policymakers are very conscious about. And someone made a very interesting statement. Okay, Wilson Toh said, I just did a check to buy HDB yesterday. I don't even have the money to buy HDB. I'm 40 years old now with 180,000 in Singapore. I only can buy Jurong area where birds don't lay eggs. Okay, that's quite funny. By the way, Mr. Lu stay in Jurong, so I suppose yes, yeah. Okay, and the last I checked, even my birds don't lay egg house is now worth $1 million, which I'm not happy about. Okay, because the kids will be priced out of market and this side. All right, so I think it's very important to see where this thing is. But let me give you first of all a landscape view of what's happening across the world right now, shall we? Okay, so what's happening across the world right now with property? Let me show you. Okay, first of all, in US, there is a significant fall in property prices across US. Okay, across US. Maybe some cities, little cities here and there don't have, but across all cities, okay, the US market property prices have fallen. Okay, San Francisco has fallen by 10%. And that's only that's over a whole of last year, but that fall is registered mainly in the last second half of the year. Sacramento, California has actually fallen the most. Los Angeles have fallen. Detroit, Oakland, Seattle, Pittsburgh, Austin, New York, all these have fallen. Generally, the fall is in those tech-heavy areas, because in those tech-heavy areas like the Bay Area in California, where Silicon Valley is and things like that, all the way to Seattle where Amazon is and things like that, there's a massive layoff, and Microsoft as well. So there's massive layoffs. So we should not be surprised that there's actually quite a lot of house price fall. Okay, now let's take a look at the next one. Okay, national house prices, this in US, okay, has further to fall, said 24 leading housing market researchers. That means out of 29 researchers in the real estate market, 24 of them say there are a lot more to fall. Okay, so 5 of them said no, that's rock bottom really, won't fall anymore. So you can see that, you know, in US right now it has fallen and fallen significantly. Let's take a look at UK, shall we? UK house prices continue to fall, okay, and largely caused by the increase in mortgage and also out of those affordability and things like that. So, but more importantly is that the cost of living crisis, inflation has actually bitten into the budgets of families, and therefore, you know, people don't buy houses anymore or don't buy as much. So, how much has house prices fallen in UK? You just look at this row. Since September, minus 0.1, 0.4, and they accelerated to 2.3% and then 1.5%, right? So let's say it declined by 1% a month, that will be 12% a year, no? So quite significant falls now. So that's on the UK side of things, right? Quite significant. And I think this trend will likely to continue. Let's take a look at Sydney, shall we? So Sydney, housing market continues to slow, with Sydney experiencing sharpest decline in the city's history. Okay, and therefore, you know, we have seen the Australia prices fall. Let me read to you. Nationally, house prices on average fell by 3.3% over 3 months leading to December. Okay, that means that in one quarter fell by 3%. That was followed by the September quarter, which has fallen by 4.1%. So cumulatively, it has fallen by about 7.4% plus minus. So actually quite significant fall in Australia already. Okay, let's take a look at South Korea. Okay, South Korea housing prices have suffered worst fall in the least 19 years. So quite significant fall. Okay, quite significant fall in South Korea. My friend said that in Seoul, prices have fallen by 20-30%. I didn't see that in national stats. The national stats says that house prices in South Korea fell by about 2% in December, okay, and about 1.37% in November, and the whole of last year was 2022 was about 4.6%. So, but I think in certain pockets you see significant declines, right? So on average it's not so bad, but actually the fall is quite significant. So yeah, so quite interesting to see some of these falls across the world, right? Hong Kong price fallen by 15.6% in 2022. Hong Kong, okay? Now you can say that Hong Kong, you know, messy country, lockdown, China interference, blah 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 blah, fallen by 15.6%. It snapped a 13 years gain in prices, and that's quite interesting, right? So house price can fall, okay, can fall even if the market is essentially a very resilient market, okay. Now let's take a look at Singapore, right? So now a lot of people say, Mr. Lu, Singapore market different. You stupid idiot, you, okay? Yeah, no, Singapore market is different, right? Our inherent market is damn solid, okay? I don't deny that. A lot of the housing prices are actually, house price is actually a mix of economy and policy and population and external demand and COVID and all sorts of stuff, right? But our structure of our economy is a little bit different in the housing sector, because there's HDB, there's new HDB, there's resale HDB, there's private property, landed property. There's some interlinkages and all this. But anyway, that's not a point, okay? So in 2022, okay, prices of HDB has gone up by 9.4%, okay? 9.4%, that's phenomenally high, man. Lower than the price growth of 13.6% in 2021. So combined, our HDB has gone up by close to 20% over 2 years. Now, these are increased, and a lot of people leverage a house, so it looks like a massive leverage return, okay? So you buy a house for 1 million, you will make $200,000, right? That's a lot of money for most people. So experts says that the price growth is likely to kind of like stabilize, okay? Now, they didn't say it's fall, they say it's stabilize, okay? The private houses, okay, private housing, home prices was up 0.4% in Q4 last year, and that was because the government slammed some property cooling measure, and the price growth slowed down to 8.6% for 2022. 8.6% is still a very high price growth, okay? It's still very high price growth. Now, there is a small footnote in the title that many people may have missed, okay? While the prices of private property sector grew by a slower pace in 2022, rentals have surged by 29.7%, almost 30%. If you ask any of our friends that are renting houses and any of our colleagues that are renting houses, those foreigners whatsoever, they said die. They said die. My masseur I have a masseur. There's a lady who helped me treat some of my back injury and things like that. She used to rent one room. Now she's priced out the market. Yeah, she said she's just priced out the market. One room is now $1,000 and things like that. She said, cannot find. Yeah, cannot find. And she's staying those 鸟不生蛋的地方 birds don't lay eggs places, which is in Jurong. Okay, so the Singapore rental market is skyrocketing. Okay, Singapore private rentals jumped by 30%. Okay. And so on. So there are a lot of reasons why our rental markets are buoyantly strong, and that's largely because our government policy are attracting a lot of foreigners to come back. Okay, high rich foreigners, plus the fact that a lot of after the COVID episode, many people realized how wonderful Singapore is. Also, maybe culminated by some of the geopolitical environment that's going around there. So we attract a lot of all these people coming in. So when the rental goes up, it forms a support for the house prices as well. So it is true to some extent that our market is unusually different, right? It's unusually different compared to some of the other countries' market. But I'm not too sure that we are completely shielded from all the shocks around the world, okay? I tend to experience this more as a lag effect. That means when we are hit, we are the last to be hit, okay? But let's wait and see. I want to address also one of our concerns, like, wow, our houses are so expensive, HDB are so expensive, our children cannot afford HDB already, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it is true, I was one of the few people who cowpay when I saw that my resale HDB prices have gone up but to $1 million. I said, wow, then how my kids can afford it? I was living in this hope that maybe my kids can, buy a unit near my house or become my neighbor or whatever. Then our whole family get together. I don't think so. Okay. So anyway, our BTO out of reach. Now the government has stressed that the biggest problem is getting people to get married. They can get the houses in an affordable way to the people, right? But let's take a look at BTO prices, shall we? So I pull out from the internet and I take a look at it. So these are all the latest launch prices. But let me read to some of you, okay? So these are more the mature estates. This is November last year, okay? In Queenstown, Ulu Pandan Banks, 3-room flats are between close to about 362,000 to $500,000. 3-room flats. I actually didn't know that we have BTO or 3-room flats. I thought at one point in time, we have only BTO 4-room and 5-room, okay? But I'm really behind time, okay? So the 4-room flat for Queenstown is between $500,000 to 700,000. So that's actually quite a lot. And then Queensway Canopy is about 400,000 to $500,000 for 3-room flat. $500,000 for 3-room flat, nah? And then about 550,000 to 700,000 for 4-room flat. Now these are of course mature areas. Ghim Moh, 3-room flat is about almost to north of close to $400,000 to $500,000 for 3-room flat. Then for 4-room flat, $500,000 to about $700,000. So these are the prices. So clearly, the more established nearer the city will command a higher price. Okay, Kallang is about, let's talk about 4-room flat easier. 500,000 to 700,000. Tampines 500,000 to 600,000. Sorry, that's for 5-room. Okay, so Tampines is a bit cheaper. 4-room flat 380,000 to 400,000. Okay, and Ang Mo Kio, wow, Ang Mo Kio, okay, Ang Mo Kio 4-room flat is 500,000, okay, 500,000 to 676,000. 5-room flat is 720,000 all the way to close to 880,000. I don't know what's 3-gen flats. Someone can explain me what's 3-gen flats, huh? 3-generation flats. I suppose it's a very big flat that can accommodate everybody. In Ang Mo Kio Central Weave, 713,000 to 842,000. So these 3-room, I think these 3-gen flats are quite big. Bukit Batok West Gale, 4-room flats about 300 to 390,000, and 5-room flat is 400 to 500,000. So it gets cheaper right now when you move towards the west. Okay, west is a lot cheaper actually. And then Tengah is Tengah is close to house with 2 master bedroom. I see. Okay, Tengah is close to what someone called just now bird don't lay eggs kind of place. Right now it is maybe okay. 3-gen flats, also known as 3-generation flats, are HDB specifically. They are bigger than a 5-room flat. I see. Okay, yeah. How many rooms do they have in 3-gen flats? Okay, so anyway, so the 4-room flats in Tengah cost about 300,000 to 400,000, and then the 5-room flats cost 428,000 to 536,000. Okay, so quite affordable. Okay, quite affordable. Yishun, the infamous Yishun. I actually think right now Yishun, Yishun not a very nice place. Tengah last time was a cemetery area zone. Yes, there's Bulim Cemetery there. I studied just beside Bulim Cemetery when I was a young kid at Jurong Primary School. That was exactly co-located exactly in Tengah. That's why I know the place super well. Anyway, that's not important. So Yishun, you can get a 4-room flat, a new one, BTO, 276,000 to 300,000, and then 5-room flat from 366,000 all the way to about 450,000. So actually, if you are not nyao about the location of your house, yes, you can get one at Tengah, one in Bukit Batok, one in Yishun for actually reasonable prices. Although those city areas that have BTOs that come out, it's really a lottery. Everybody will chong and see where they get it. Okay, but that's life. It's very life. Okay, but for most people, you can actually get these kind of apartments at the outskirts towards the west area or the north area. The prices are still reasonably affordable. Okay, they may not be the best place, but they're reasonably affordable. One thing I think everybody will agree with me is that when you choose a house, it's always about location, right? Always go for the best location. Try not to compromise on location. Yeah. Okay. I see. Okay, 4 bedroom in total. Okay. All right. Cool. So I still feel that we should try not to compromise on location if you can afford it. But you know what? Not everybody is going to accept this, right? But okay. But at least government has kept to its promise that actually, if you want, you can get it pretty affordable. Tengah is near Chicken Lay Eggs, Seng Chun Farm. That Seng Chun Farm closed down already lah. Okay, no more Seng Chun Farm. A few years ago closed down already. So really, I think the question really is, Hong Kwek, good to see you. Nice smell chicken farm. The chicken farm closed down already. No more smell already. The whole place sealed up already. Okay. So really, what's going to happen in the property market? Okay, in 2023. Okay. It's really hard to say because there is a lot of convoluted forces at play. So it is really difficult to assess, and we are not even sure whether the cooling measures are going to come. So we do have quite a lot of forces now at play. My take is that eventually our external economics, economic environment will have some impact locally. Okay. Oh, watching from Japan. Hi, good to see you. So you cannot escape that, right? You cannot escape that. Okay. And I think there will be some impact. We are actually structurally supported by a lot of foreigners coming in, pushing our rentals up. Therefore, the house prices is pretty solid. Okay. Hey, hello, guys. Okay, thank you. So I don't think we'll be hit that badly, okay, in the property market, but that's kind of wait and see. But meanwhile, something something to watch out for is that over the that's coming is the FOMC Federal FOMC Federal Reserve Open Market Committee. They're gonna talk about, okay, they're gonna talk about um, an increase in interest rate, whether it's at 25 basis points or 50 basis points. All this has spilled over to the stock market and the property market as well. So I think what we have to watch out for is this whole thing, okay? Yeah, so for me, buying Malaysian property, having fun with it, is a total write-off. I spend the money and throw there, I totally never expect a single dollar return, okay? It's just spend and forget, okay? That's the best. Then I wouldn't be hoping for property price increase. I just buy the place that I enjoy the most, and that's it. But for Singapore property, all of us, when we purchase it, we hope that it will be a source of comfort and also a source of wealth accumulation as whatsoever. I need to caution everybody not to look at your property that you're staying in as a source of wealth. Most of us, that wealth is what we call not realizable wealth, not unrealizable wealth. So what if you go up by $3, $4, $5 million? Unless you're willing to downgrade, okay, which some of you are, it's very difficult to realize that value. By one simple reason, your house is fully congested with things. After you move down a small house, we're gonna throw all the things. Yeah, okay, right, okay, yeah. Kelvin, you're a Singaporean staying in JB and you love it. Wonderful. Maybe give me some feedback. Write to me in the comments below. I'm happy to hear, or you can email me with some of your experience. I love to hear some of these things. This thing is something I'm very keen. For me, it's not so much escaping the cost of living in a big way, but the quality of life is really actually more fun there. More things to do there, more exciting. Food tastes better. Relatives, very close family relatives are there. Close to Singapore. Get the best of both worlds and things like that. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. So okay. Let's have some comments, shall we? Bought a condo near Woodland Checkpoint. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Is it the way the Princess Cove there? If you live long life, your HDB already, the value will go down, cost depreciated. Yeah, exactly. There is this thing called the ballast curve. It will surely decay. Okay, I can assure you. Wealth for children after we die. Okay. What would be the tipping point? What would be the tipping point forces for government to go crazy policy like HDB retail price? Yeah, I don't think it will. Yeah, because that hurts the wealth of the people. Okay, HDB should allow only newlywed couple to buy true flats, unless they have more children they can upgrade for. I don't think it need to be so restrictive, but certainly we really need to have some measures to ensure that it won't go out of whack. Yeah, unable to view outside like old HDB flats. Okay. Okay, so yeah, okay, so well, let me know if you agree or disagree. Happy to hear some comments. I actually, yeah, so if you are always overseas most of the time, no difference whether you're retiring in Singapore or Malaysia. Exactly. No, I'm a digital nomad, right? So I would move everywhere. Will BTO price fall below 300K? Okay, so in the history, I think BTO prices ever fallen, okay? Maybe twice, if I recall. Those days don't have the word BTO, but new flats by government. I think in 1997 Asia financial crisis it fell. I think in 2008 2008 Great Recession, it fell as well. Okay, yeah, so it can fall, and so on, right? So yeah, so I don't think this high interest environment is going to go away for a long time. So I think Singapore will feel the lag effects. Yeah. So I do have some mortgage left in my HDB, not a lot, but that has, wow, the new interest rate has really brought the monthly mortgage very high up. So I cannot imagine those people have huge mortgage. I have about $170,000 in my mortgage not paid for my house. Okay, so but that translates to about close to the near to, if I'm not wrong, I don't recall the exact number, maybe $1,700, $1,800 really every month. So for those people who have five times my mortgage size, $1 million mortgage, I cannot imagine your mortgage payment, man. Yeah, okay. So it's very painful, right? Yeah. So as I said just now, when you want to buy Malaysian property, my take at this juncture, without fully understand the market, is don't think of it as a money making thing. Okay, just buy and forget. Like write off, like buy a plate of chicken rice like that and forget it. And you make the money from the lower cost of living, renting a HDB out in Singapore, and so on, right? You can buy a landed house for maybe $100,000-$300,000. You know that? Yeah, Singapore dollar. Okay. Do you think 180k OA is good enough to buy BTO? Yeah, buy the Tengah one, the Yishun one. I sold my HDB flat and moved to Japan for retirement. Actually, property prices here are cheaper in Singapore. Is it? Japan? Really? How do you feel? Is there some racial discrimination in Japan towards the Singaporean? I don't know. Okay. If there are going to be new cooling measures, what will your guess? What's going to be? They won't slam hard lah. They will just move down a little bit. Malaysian property cannot make money unless you buy 20 years ago. I agree. It's not meant to. I don't think Malaysian property is meant to make money. It's just buy and write off. Me and my wife rented Johor for 2 years before COVID. The pros is that slower pace of life, many things to do, nice food. Con is reliability issues. Simple things like internet sub also can go difficult. Water cuts, electrical shutdown. Interesting. Do you think global economic slowdown will have impact on Singapore economy this year? I think slowdown for sure. When we go into recession, it's hard to say. Okay, I don't think we'll go into recession, but economic slowdown. Penny, good to see you. Okay, yep. Any other questions? Okay, I'm a bit soft. Speaking very loud. No racial discrimination because we're all yellow skin. I don't think that is true for Chinese in Japan. Okay, I bought Princess Cove. Okay, in JB. Okay, Princess Cove is. My problem with Princess Cove is really too near the causeway. I was at Princess Cove last week, very loud the traffic sound. Yeah, but my dream house, there's a place called Sanibong Cove or something like that. I'm gonna go there and I'm live stream from there. Hopefully from there I can throw a fishing line down the window. Yeah, my wife said you go there and fish yourself. She's not gonna go there. So anyway, yeah, she don't want to kena the salt water kind of thing. I cannot understand women. Yeah. Consider Malacca, don't want too far away. I want to be very, very close to Singapore. Okay. I lived in Japan for 14 years or don't have. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yeah. Alright, okay. Okay, sounds good. Okay, sounds good. I hope that we'll see we'll see what's going to happen in the Singapore market. Okay, I'll take one or two more questions. Mr. Lu, what do you think about Tengah project linking to Jurong Innovation District? Is it a gimmick or real demand for jobs? No, I think the Jurong Innovation District is real, but Singapore is so small, which means that if you want to go Jurong, you can still stay in Ang Mo Kio, you can still stay in Queenstown, you can still stay in the east, so you don't need to. I work where? I work in Europe, I work in Korea. My house is in Jurong, right? We're all very mobile right now, let alone yes. how's the sentiment in Europe? Yeah, very strong. Seems everything's okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't feel like going to the second link of Johor. That place, I all the good food damn important for me. Who agree with me? One of the main reason why I go to Malaysia is the food damn good, right? You don't go to a place where it's so far away from food. Yeah. Yeah. Thinking. Latest thought. My wife is supportive of this one. Okay, Xiu Qing, yes. Thinking. Very excited about the idea. Yes. Okay. Thinking. Yeah. Second link, birds don't lay eggs. I bought Princess Cove below a grocery store, very convenient. No need to travel much as my wife don't drive. Okay. Good foodie. There's a YouTube recently retiring in Penang. Yes, there's a Japanese Japanese in Singapore talking about Penang. Yeah, Penang is a bit too far away. Okay, I love your answer. I like JB as well. The main reason why I go JB is it must be because of food lah. Yeah. Okay. Christian couples 14 years. Yes. Your plan to retire in JB, thinking seriously. Okay, thinking seriously. If not a holiday home or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pretty serious. Anyone have any experience in retiring in JB? Not far away. JB, buying a property in JB. A lot of them written to me. One of them even called me. And let me know. I really want to know. And I'll be here in Europe for 3 weeks. Then after that, when I go back to Singapore, I will take a 1-2 day trip in Malaysia to check them all out. Okay, I will even live stream from there to show you guys. Okay, all right, good. Okay, I gotta catch a flight soon. Okay, I'm gonna help B with some live streaming at Premium site. There's some sales and offer extended from yesterday. So I gotta chong the one day. I gotta chong the airport. Yeah, what a hectic life, man. Okay, all right. Thanks everybody. Thanks for being with me, and and remember everybody click a like and follow, and I'll see you in 1 or 2 days time. Okay, all right, good. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Tim, good night to you. Ashton, okay, have a great day as well. Okay, yes, good night everybody. Botong, yes. Wee Chuang, okay, and Wyman, okay. Have a great day. Okay, or see you again. See you again.